In our lives, we are constantly surrounded by a whirlwind of faces. Family, friends, colleagues, acquaintances. People weave in and out of our lives like threads in a grand tapestry. Some threads are short, appearing only briefly before disappearing into the fabric of our existence. Others are long, stretching across the vast expanse of our lives. Yet, despite their length or significance, no thread remains unbroken. This is a truth that can be difficult to accept. We as social creatures are wired to seek connection, to build relationships, to forge bonds. We are taught from a young age that we are not alone, that we are part of a community, a society, a network of interconnected beings. And so, the thought of being alone, of standing solo on the stage of life, can be daunting, even terrifying. But let me clarify something. Acknowledging the fact that no one stays with you permanently does not mean advocating for loneliness. It is not a call to isolate oneself or to shun social interaction. Rather, it is a call to arms, a call for self-reliance, personal growth, and individual resilience. It is a rallying cry for each of us to recognize and harness our inner strength to stand tall amidst the stormy seas of change and uncertainty. In this vast interconnected world, we are but single nodes in a complex network. We form connections, build relationships, and create bonds. And while these connections enrich our lives, they do not define us. We are not the sum of our relationships. We are not the product of our interactions. We are first and foremost individuals. Each of us carries within us a spark of individuality, a unique blend of thoughts, emotions, experiences, and perceptions. This individuality is the core of our existence. It is the engine of our growth, the compass of our journey. And it is this individuality, this inner self, that we must learn to rely on. My dear friends, is a journey. It's a winding road filled with twists and turns, hills and valleys. It's a river that ebbs and flows, sometimes calm and serene, other times wild and tumultuous. As we traverse this journey, as we navigate the rapids of this river, we encounter a multitude of fellow travelers. We meet people from all walks of life, from different cultures, backgrounds, and perspectives. We learn from them, grow with them, and share experiences with them. Some of these fellow travelers join us for a brief moment, a fleeting intersection of paths. They step into our lives, leave a footprint, and then move on, carried away by the currents of their own journey. Others journey alongside us for more significant stretches. Their presence becomes a constant refrain in the symphony of our lives. We share laughter and tears, triumphs and failures. We build memories, create stories, weave a shared narrative. Yet, regardless of the length of their stay, the ultimate reality remains the same. At the end of the day, each of us must learn to navigate our path alone. This is not a journey we can delegate or outsource. It is a journey we must undertake ourselves. It is our own path to walk, our own. This reality might seem harsh. It might even seem cruel. We are, after all, creatures of community. We thrive on connection, on the shared experience. So, the thought of walking alone, of standing solo, can be daunting. But remember, acknowledging this truth is not the same as advocating for loneliness. It's not about isolating oneself or shunning connections. It's about recognizing and embracing our own individual strength, our own capacity to navigate the journey of life. Consider, if you will, the metaphor of a garden. Our lives are like a vast, sprawling garden. Each relationship, each connection is a plant in this garden. Some plants are small, their roots shallow. They appear briefly, add a touch of color, and then wither away. Other plants are larger, their roots deep and sprawling. They stay for longer, their presence a constant in the changing landscape of our garden. But remember, dear friends, every gardener must also learn the art of self-sustainability. The gardener cannot rely solely on the rain to water the plants. What happens if the rains are late one season? What if the skies remain clear, the clouds stubbornly absent? Does the gardener abandon the garden, leaving the plants to wither and die? Or does the gardener adapt, perhaps by finding new ways to water the plants, by digging a well or installing a water tank? This, my friends, is the same principle we must apply to our lives. Our relationships, our social interactions, they enrich our journey, add flavor to our experiences. But they are not the sustenance we need to grow. That sustenance, that nourishment comes from within us, from our resilience, our fortitude, our capacity to adapt and overcome. So what do we do in the face of this truth? We embrace those who walk on our path with us. We value their companionship, their wisdom, the moments of joy and sorrow we share. But we must not anchor our entire existence around them. We must not become so dependent on their presence that we lose sight of our own individuality, our own strength. For when the winds of change blow, as they inevitably will, we must be prepared to stand strong, rooted in our own belief in ourselves. We must be like the mighty oak tree that stands tall amidst the storm, its roots deep. It may sway with the gusts, it may lose a few leaves, but it does not topple over. It does not uproot itself. And as we cultivate this inner strength, this resilience, let's not forget to nurture our spirit with the soothing balm of solitude. It is in the quiet moments, in the stillness of solitude, that we often find the most profound insights, the most meaningful growth. Like the aloe plant that thrives in arid conditions, let us learn to find nourishment in solitude, to appreciate our own company, to use the quiet moments for reflection, introspection, and growth. Solitude, my dear friends, is not a state to be feared. It is not a testament to loneliness, but rather a sanctuary of self-discovery and self-growth. It is in the silent whispers of solitude that we often find the loudest echoes of our truth, our purpose. It is in the quiet moments alone that we can truly listen to the whisperings of our heart, the stirrings of our soul. So let us embrace solitude, not as a prison of isolation, but as a haven of introspection. Let us learn to find comfort in our own company, to enjoy the silence, to appreciate the quiet. For it is in these moments of solitude that we can truly get to know ourselves, can truly connect with our inner self. As we journey through life, let us remember that change is the only constant and transition is the only permanence. The faces around us will change. The landscapes will shift, but the one constant, the one permanent fixture in our lives is ourselves. Let us embrace solitude, not as a sentence of loneliness, but as a sanctuary of self-discovery and self-growth. To be in solitude is to be with oneself, to be in the company of one's thoughts, emotions, dreams, and fears. It is to confront oneself, to truly see oneself. It is an opportunity for introspection, for self-reflection, for self-understanding. In solitude, we can peel back the layers of external influence, strip away the masks we wear for society, and confront our true selves. Who are we when the noise of the world fades away? Who are we when we're not playing a role, not meeting an expectation, not striving to fit in? Who are we in our raw, unfiltered form? These are the questions we can explore in solitude. These are the truths we can uncover, the insights we can gain. In solitude, we can journey within ourselves, navigate the landscape of our inner world, and discover the untapped reservoirs of strength, resilience, and potential that lie within us. In this journey of life, strive to be your own best companion, your own beacon of light. Remember, the only person who stays with you permanently is you. Be resilient, be adaptable, and like the aloe, learn to survive and thrive in all conditions. This is the truth of life, a truth that demands acceptance, not resistance. A truth that calls for understanding, not fear. A truth that requires us to stand tall, to stand strong, and to journey on regardless of who accompanies us. As we wrap up this discussion today, I urge you all to carry this truth within your hearts. Nurture it, understand it, and let it guide you as you navigate the winding road of life. In the end, the journey is all about growth, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. Remember, my friends, we are all gardeners in the garden of life. We plant seeds of relationships, water them with love and care, and watch them bloom into beautiful flowers. But while we tend to our garden, let us not forget to also tend to ourselves. Let us nurture our own growth, cultivate our own resilience, and prepare ourselves for the inevitable seasons of change. For it is not the strongest or the most intelligent who survive, but those most responsive to change. It is those who can adapt, who can bend without breaking, who can stand alone without faltering, who truly thrive in the garden of life. As we navigate the journey of life, as we traverse the winding roads and turbulent seas, let us remember to carry with us a sense of self-reliance, a belief in our own strength, and a commitment to personal growth. Let us remember that we are the architects of our own lives, the captains of our own ships. We are not passive passengers on this journey, but active participants. We have the power to steer our course, to set our direction, to shape our destiny. We have the ability to learn, to adapt, to grow. And it is this ability, this capacity for self-reliance and personal growth, that is our greatest tool, our most valuable asset. In the grand tapestry of life, we are not mere threads being woven by the hands of fate. We are the weavers, the artists, the creators. We hold the threads in our hands. We decide their placement, their intertwining, their pattern. We determine the colors, the textures, the design. We are the masters of our own tapestry, the authors of our own story. So let us write a story of resilience, of adaptability, of growth. Let us weave a tapestry of strength, of self-reliance, of self-discovery. Let us create a masterpiece that reflects not just our journey, but also our spirit, our essence, our individuality. Let us remember that while we may meet many fellow travelers on our journey, while we may share our path with others for a time, the journey itself is ours alone. It is our own path to walk, our own river to navigate, our own mountain to climb. And it is this realization, this acceptance, that empowers us, that strengthens us, that frees us. In the end, we are all travelers on the journey of life. We are all navigating our own paths, climbing our own mountains, crossing our own rivers. We are all experiencing our own trials and triumphs, our own joys and sorrows, our own beginnings and endings. And while we may share parts of our journey with others, while we may walk alongside fellow travelers for a time, we must remember that the journey itself is ours alone. We must learn to rely on our own strength, our own resilience, our own wisdom. We must learn to be our own guides, our own mentors. This is the journey of life, a journey of self-discovery, self-growth, and self-reliance. It is a journey that requires courage, strength, and resilience. It is a journey that demands adaptability, flexibility, and an open mind. But most of all, it is a journey that calls for a strong sense of self, a deep belief in one's own abilities, and a steadfast commitment to personal growth. So, as we continue on our journey, as we navigate the winding roads and turbulent seas of life, let us remember to carry with us a sense of self-reliance, a belief in our own strength, and a commitment to personal growth. Let us remember to be our own best companions, our own beacons of light. And let us remember that no matter who we meet on our journey, no matter who we share our path with, the one person who stays with us permanently is ourselves. As we journey through life, we encounter numerous trials and tribulations, challenges and obstacles. These hurdles may seem insurmountable. They may shake us to our core. They may even cause us to stumble and fall. But it is in these moments of struggle, these moments of hardship, that we truly discover our strength, our resilience, our fortitude. Remember, my friends, a diamond is just a piece of charcoal that handled stress exceptionally well. It endured the pressure, it survived the heat, and it emerged as a precious gem. We too can become diamonds. We too can endure the pressures of life, survive the heat of challenges, and emerge stronger, brighter, more precious. And how do we do this? By relying on our own strength, by trusting in our own abilities, by believing in our own potential. We do this by standing tall in the face of adversity, by maintaining our resolve in the face of hardship, by keeping our faith in the face of doubt. We do this by being self-reliant, by being resilient, by being adaptable. Life is a journey of constant change and transition. Nothing remains the same. The seasons change, the tides turn, the sun rises and sets. In the same way, our lives are a series of changes and transitions, a constant ebb and flow of experiences and emotions. We meet new people, form new relationships, discover new opportunities. But at the same time, we may also lose people and relationships, miss opportunities. This is the nature of life, a constant cycle of beginnings and endings, of hellos and goodbyes, of gains and losses. In this ever-changing landscape of life, it is easy to feel lost, to feel overwhelmed. It is easy to cling to the familiar, to resist change, to fear the unknown. But remember, the only constant in life is change. The only permanence is transition. And the only way to navigate this changing landscape is to be adaptable, to be flexible, to be open to change. And this, my friends, is where the power of self-reliance comes in. When we are self-reliant, we are not at the mercy of circumstances. We are not tossed by the winds of change, but rather we ride them. We use them to propel us forward, to carry us to new heights. We are not victims of change, but masters of it. Being self-reliant does not mean being isolated or disconnected. It does not mean shunning help or refusing support. It simply means having the confidence and the capacity to face life's challenges on our own terms. It means being equipped with the tools and the mindset to handle whatever comes our way. Self-reliance is about being proactive, not reactive. It's about taking charge of our lives, not waiting for things to happen. It's about making decisions, not being swept along by circumstances. It's about setting goals and pursuing them with determination and resolve. When we are self-reliant, we are not buffeted by the winds of change, but rather we sail our own course. We set our own direction. And most importantly, we trust in our ability to reach that destination, no matter the challenges or obstacles we may encounter along the way. One of the most important aspects of self-reliance is the ability to adapt, to be flexible, to embrace change. As I mentioned earlier, life is a journey of constant change and transition. The ability to adapt to these changes, to accept them, and to find ways to thrive amidst them is a key component of self-reliance. Adaptability is not about giving in or giving up. It's not about compromising our values or our dreams. Rather, it's about being open to new possibilities, new opportunities. It's about learning from our experiences, growing from our challenges, and evolving with the times. Just as a tree bends with the wind to avoid breaking, well, too, must learn to be flexible, to bend, and not break under the pressure of life's challenges. We must learn to adapt, to adjust, to change our sails when the wind changes direction. Now, you might wonder, how do we cultivate this adaptability, this flexibility? The answer lies in our mindset, In our attitude towards life, we must adopt a growth mindset, a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth, failures as stepping stones to success, and change as a catalyst for evolution. We must also cultivate a sense of curiosity, a willingness to learn, to explore, to discover. We must be open to new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of doing things. We must be willing to step out of our comfort zone, to take risks, to venture into the unknown. By cultivating this growth mindset, this curiosity, this willingness to learn and explore, we can become more adaptable, more flexible, more open to change. And with this adaptability, this flexibility, we can navigate the shifting sands of life with confidence and ease. As we tread this path of life, as we navigate through its twists and turns, its peaks and valleys, it's worth remembering that every journey is unique, every path individual. What works for one might not work for another. The strategies that help one person succeed might not yield the same results for another. This is why self-reliance is so crucial. It's about understanding our own strengths and weaknesses, our own values and beliefs. It's about charting our own course, setting our own goals, following our own dreams. It's about walking our path at our own pace, in our own time. In this journey, there will be times when we stumble and fall. There will be times when we lose our way, when we feel lost and confused. But it's in these moments of struggle, these moments of doubt, that our self-reliance is truly tested. Do we give up? Or do we pick ourselves up and keep going? Do we let our failures define us, or do we use them as stepping stones to success? Do we let our doubts consume us, or do we use them as fuel for our journey? The choice is ours to make. We can choose to be victims of our circumstances, or we can choose to be masters of our destiny. We can choose to be swayed by the winds of change, or we can choose to be the captains of our own ship. As we cultivate this self-reliance, as we learn to depend on ourselves, we also need to cultivate a sense of resilience. Resilience is the ability to withstand adversity, to bounce back from hardships, to recover from setbacks. Life is not always smooth sailing. There will be storms, there will be waves, there will be winds that threaten to capsize our ship. But with resilience, we can weather these storms, ride these waves, and sail against these winds. Resilience is not about avoiding hardships or evading challenges. It's about facing them head-on with courage and determination. It's about enduring the storm, not by resisting it, but by bending with it, by moving with it. Just as the aloe plant survives and thrives in arid conditions, we too can learn to survive and thrive amidst the challenges of life. We can learn to find nourishment in adversity, to find growth in hardship, to find strength in struggle. In this grand journey of life, as we cultivate self-reliance and resilience, there is another aspect we must consider. This aspect is transformation, the metamorphosis of the self through self-awareness and personal growth. Consider, if you will, the journey of the caterpillar. This humble creature, bound to the earth, one day wraps itself in a cocoon, undergoing a significant transformation. The caterpillar, once earthbound, emerges as a butterfly, free to soar the skies. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey of its own, filled with growth and change. We too are on a similar journey, a journey of transformation. We start as individuals, shaped by our experiences, molded by our environment. But as we journey through life, as we encounter challenges and overcome obstacles, we grow, we change, we transform. We become more than what we were. We become a testament to our journey, our experiences, our growth. This transformation is not always easy. It requires us to confront ourselves, to face our fears, to challenge our beliefs. It requires us to step out of our comfort zone, to embrace change, to welcome growth. But this transformation, as challenging as it might be, is also rewarding. It liberates us, empowers us, enables us to reach new heights. As we transform, we become more self-reliant, more resilient, more adaptable. We become better equipped to handle the challenges of life, to navigate the uncertainties, to embrace the changes. We become stronger not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. But remember, transformation is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a continuous process, a never-ending cycle of growth and change. We are always evolving, always growing, always transforming. And it's this continuous transformation, this constant growth, that makes the journey of life so fascinating, so enriching. As we navigate this journey, as we undergo this transformation, let's remember to embrace every moment, every experience. Let's remember to cherish every success, every failure, every joy, every sorrow. For it's these moments, these experiences that shape us, that mold us, that define us. It's these moments, these experiences that fuel our transformation, that drive our growth, that define our journey. So, as we continue on this journey of life, let's remember to be self-reliant, to be resilient, to be adaptable. Let's remember to embrace change, to welcome growth, to cherish the journey. And most importantly, let's remember that the only constant in life is change. The only permanence is transition, and the only limit is the one we set for ourselves. Remember, it's not just about reaching the destination, it's about the experiences we gather along the way. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. When we encounter obstacles, it's tempting to view them as setbacks. But in reality, they are stepping stones towards greater success. They teach us perseverance, patience, and the value of hard work. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His journey to invent the light bulb was fraught with failures, yet he saw each failure not as a defeat, but as a lesson, a necessary part of the process that eventually led to his groundbreaking invention. This mindset, the ability to see failure as a teacher rather than a roadblock, is what separates the successful from the rest. Moreover, let's talk about adaptability. In a world that is constantly changing, the ability to adapt is more valuable than ever. It's about being flexible, being open to new ideas, and being willing to change course when necessary. It's about learning to thrive in any environment, to make the most of every situation. As the Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, the only constant in life is change. Embracing this truth allows us to stay relevant, effective, and joyful no matter what life throws our way. Now think about your personal goals and aspirations, how they align with these principles of resilience, adaptability, and self-reliance. Reflect on the challenges you're facing. Are they truly roadblocks, or are they opportunities in disguise? How can you apply the lessons of Edison, the wisdom of Heraclitus? As you ponder these questions, remember that your journey is yours alone. Your path may be different from others, and that's okay. What's important is that you stay true to yourself, to your values, and to your vision. Don't be afraid to carve your own path, to make your own rules. As Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. So, as you continue on your journey, keep pushing forward. Believe in yourself and your ability to overcome challenges, to adapt, to grow. Remember, the only limit is the one you set for yourself. You have the potential to achieve greatness, to make a difference, to leave a mark on this world. All you need to do is take that first step. Keep moving forward and never lose sight of your goals. And finally, remember that you're not alone on this journey. There are people who believe in you, who are cheering for you. And whenever you need a boost of motivation, a word of encouragement, or a bit of guidance, you can always come back here. We're in this together, and together we can achieve anything. As we wrap up this conversation, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. Think about your goals, your challenges, and how the stories and quotes we've shared can help you on your journey. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, take that step today and start moving towards your dream. And remember, you have the strength, the resilience, and the adaptability to face whatever comes your way. Embrace change, welcome growth, and cherish the journey. You have everything you need to succeed. Keep pushing forward and never forget that the only limit is the one you